The black woman is God, plain and simple. She's the mother of all Africanity, and I'm her companion, her complement, her confidant. Since the beginning, so it will be in eternity. Our ancestors shine through us. Our offspring validate our existence.
No survival without resistance. Akibalon, stand up. Black love, stand up. Every God, every goddess, forever united and unstoppable.
Giving honor to the ancestors, those who came before us. All the wisdom that they show us. They patient cause they know us. When we fussing and we fighting, they manage to enlighten, enhance our insight. So I add a like and writing. Our connection is a titan. Our love is a colossal. Disagreement is a fossil. I am your apostle. Our love is like a journal. Turn the page eternal. Our souls intertwine. The theology of time dictates that we rewind and go back to the beginning when the deities were women. Time to stop pretending that I hate you when I love you, putting other things above you. Don't like that others drug you. Not me, I always dug you. I believe we've been together since the birthing of forever. You work the stormy weather. I'll never do it better than I do it in your presence. You validate my lessons. My God begets blessings. That's why I call her essence.
The black man is God, plain and simple. The world sees your greatness, why can't you? Y'all wanna see the sisters step up and lead this fight? Cause we will, but not without you. You're a warrior, a scientist. I'm your complement, your companion. I only wanna see you on the throne.
So black man, step up. King, step up. Ain't no way we don't rise when we got a black woman that knows she's God. Ebony, yes.
You my dove, I'm your nuke, you the truth, I'm the proof, no abuse. My masseuse, tie me up and turn me loose. Sebek and Heteru, giving thanks to Neteru. For the king I get in you, no regrets in picking you. Like I said it to us all, I remembered who you are. I'm your moon, you're my star, your performance over par. Through the pain and the scars, the shackles and the bars, I fly from here to Mars with my feelings in the jar. If I thought it set you free, I gotta have you next to me. Your intellect vexes me, your conversation ecstasy. You and me is heavenly. Freedom is our legacy. I've yet to see another brother that can touch the best in me. DOK and Ebony, together for eternity. Even when you hurting me, I'm by your side, certainly. Written in the sacred text, from this cycle to the next. I'm the most and you the best. Face to face, we ace the test, huh?
See,
what y'all don't understand is we were meant to move in harmony. 2 minds, 1 soul. It was written in the ancient scrolls. With the black man as your backbone, how could you fold? Take back what they stole. They broke the mold, but these songs were made to hold. And hold on, we will. Nigga, be still. Bitches, be real. The deal has been sealed, and all who come against gets killed.
All right, peace and blessings. Welcome to an episode of King Knowledge Radio. This is Knowledge is Born. This is your host, Knowledge Born Live. We got it here, okay? You did some magic, some artfulness, okay? We had to pray to some gods. We had to pray to some goddesses. We had to get the elixir together. But she is here, okay? She is here with us. She's here to share a message, share some of her journey, share some of the lifestyles of the #1 advocate for men in the universe. Okay, we thank the heavens for her and her message and her ministry. So it becomes an honor and privilege at this time to introduce some and present to others the phenomenal, the fantastic. Okay, I'm not a cheerleader, but we got a cheering section. Okay, I ain't a cheerleader per se, but we got a cheerleading section for one who, in her grace and her mercy, saw us and was like, come on. Don't make me smack this phone, okay? Queen Char Curry, she says what she wants here on Do Not's video. Peace and blessings to you, Queen. How you feeling?
Thank you. I feel amazing. I feel amazing. I feel amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. It's an honor. It's been a long time coming, right? It's been a long time coming, but we are here now. And so thank you so much for having me. For those of you that don't know who I am Char Curry, aka Says What She Wants, the #1 female advocate for men, but also a sister to women.
I heard that. Okay. But also, okay. Because we be getting it twisted out here. But also, I got you, sis. Okay, sis. I got you, sis.
That's right.
Right. So yes. How did you get started in your work? Out of everything in the universe that God could have placed in your heart, on your mind, and on your spirit, how did you get started in this advocacy work? What's the real story? Because the internet be lying.
Yes.
The internet be lying.
The reason and how I got started is the fact that I was able to see my faults and see what I was doing wrong and see what I was saying wrong. And I started to dig out the childhood trauma, the emotional trauma, the psychological trauma, the trauma from adolescent years and from previous partners. So that way I wouldn't have a good man in front of my face and not know how to treat him. So it began with me. It began with myself, digging out the stuff that I needed to dig out, letting go of certain habits, letting go of certain teachings that I was taught as I was growing up. I saw how my grandmother treated men, how my mom treated men, how my sisters, my cousins, and aunties. And it was like, yeah, that don't seem like it's right. So I had to change the dynamic. I had to break that cycle.
So what did that look like? Let's go through them layers. What did that healing journey look like? Like
a lot of heartache, a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of insomnia, a lot of depression, a lot of anxiety, a lot of being realistic, really. And coming out of denial that I was always the one that was right and that I was always the one that needed to point the finger at everybody else and blame everybody. I was a victim. I had to come out of the victim mentality and see myself as a victor.
Okay. Now, what did that reconciliation process look like with yourself? Did you forgive yourself? Like, how did you go from that process of I'm all right, I'm infallible to wait a minute, I'm fallible, I'm culpable in this space. And now it's like, all right, how do I get back into this space of reconciliation with myself? Like, can I trust myself again?
Right.
Can I forgive myself for my own transgressions against me? Blah, blah, blah. Like, how did that look for you?
So I'm a big journaler. I've journaled almost my whole life. I have 30 years worth of journals. And so it was a very long journaling process. Also, I found myself like, in a ball some nights, you know what I mean? Because it literally feels like the roots are being ripped out. Like that's what it feels like. And so going through that awakening process and going through that process of internal detriment, going through that process of internal anxiety and actually accepting myself for who I was and also for who I am now. And so, and there's a fine line between that. There's a fine line between that because, when you've operated out of something for so many years and you come to that realization that, it's very, it was very grueling. It was a lot of long suffering, but it was worth it. That's the thing. Like I tell everybody, whether you're a man or a woman, on the other side of that process, on the other side of you forgiving yourself, on the other side of you seeing yourself for who you really are and coming to terms with that and loving yourself the way you're supposed to be loving yourself, I'm telling you, it's so glorious. It's so glorious on the other side. I live a life of joy, peace, and calmness and happiness every single day. There's nothing and nobody that can come in between the peace and the calmness that I've created in my life. I built that.
I love it. So now, what was that process like of reintroducing yourself to yourself and then to those who thought they knew you? Okay. What was that like? Was it like what kind of wake-up call was that for you? And what kind of wake-up call for those people who might have been attached or bonded to you in some kind of way, that old you versus the new you?
Right. So for myself, it was embracing myself, embracing everything about myself, knowing that no matter what I went through, I could still go forth and do something great and be there for others and help others go through some of the same stuff that I went through, or even some even more traumatic things that they may have gone through. But I had to embrace all of me. I'm talking about psychologically, emotionally, physically, spiritually. I had to really embrace myself. The more I embraced myself, the better I was in my confidence, as far as self-confidence. And so that's how I'm able to help people now. As far as people around me, listen, I'm telling you, I got friends, aunties, mothers, cousins. Listen, I have people that, they don't understand what I do. They don't understand the way I am now because they are so used to me being a certain way. They used to me going from 0 to 160 quick. They used to me, them saying something to me and I'm lashing out. Now first of all, the people that try to do stuff like that, I don't even have connection with them any longer because I appreciate and I value myself too much now. So then, like my great grandma said, you got to feed them with the long spoon. So certain family members and certain friends, quote unquote, they get fed with the long spoon because they don't understand my process, my journey, and they surely don't understand my purpose. But that's not for them to understand anyway, because that's between me and the universe, right? But some people, they don't accept it, and that's okay because at the end of the day, I honestly, I'm very unapologetic about who I am now, honestly, because I know where I've been and where I am now.
So you're the number one advocate for self.
I am.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And the men and the women get the residuals from your self advocacy. I love that. I love that. I got that from your website, by the way. I didn't make it up. I got it from your website. Okay, so now the writing journey. You said you were journaling, most of your life. What was the catalyst from you writing the book versus you writing in your journal? Was there a switch? Is there a different space you had to go to? Like, what was that process like for you to begin that writing journey and publishing books and the books are out? And, what was those responses like?
Yeah. So, you know what, as far as the journaling, I've always done that since I was a kid. I always used it as a way of having therapy. Like it was like self-therapy. So it's always been therapeutic for me. And I feel like in so many ways, journaling saved my life. Between music and journaling, it saved my life because I was able to, get it out, my thoughts, my feelings, the stuff that I wanted to tell people, the stuff that I didn't want to tell people, the stuff that I was ashamed of, the things that I didn't want to bring to the surface at the time. So that process is totally different than writing books. I did absolutely, incorporate some of those things into my first book. This is my first book. I have 4 books out now. 2 of them are journals, but it was about childhood drama. It was about parental heartache. It was about unforgiveness. And those, I say those, there's more in there, but I say those 3 because those are the ones that hindered me for the longest. The childhood trauma, the parental heartache, like not having my parents there, like I felt like I needed them, and then holding unforgiveness for so many years.
Yes. I got to get all of the books. And then how you circle back, and then I can share my story with you. You understand what I'm saying? After I see the 4 pictures, so I'm definitely about to get all of the books and walk through that journey, because what you say and what you write, sometimes there's a space you go to write versus a space you go to speak and as an advocate. So I definitely want to get in tune with that. So now the books are done, the books are out. People is buying what you had in your mind. Okay, that conversation you had between you and God. Now people are like, girl, ma'am.
Yeah.
What's that feeling like now? The books are out. The first book's out. The next book's coming. The books is in rotation. What are the responses, and where are you with that?
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. So it was definitely a process. It was definitely a journey, but to have 4 out now, it's it's really shocking, honestly. But I have to give a special shout out to my book mentor, my confidant, my ace, Antoine Cox, for sure. He's written over 18 books now. So, I'm at 4 and he wants me to do greater than him. So I still got to step my game up.
You got it. You got it. Yes. So people's reception to your work. What's something fly or something memorable? They don't have to necessarily be the same. Something fly, your book's out there and something memorable somebody said about what you wrote.
So as far as the books, the very number one feedback that I get out of it was that the childhood trauma section is the one that helped them the most. And so many times it's like people operate every single day and they don't understand that something they went through in childhood or as an adolescent affects them now as an operating adult, right? And so that is the number one chapter where they say, like, you know what, that's the one that helped me. And second on the list is the parental heartache.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, I want to be a fly on the wall with some of these folks. I saw a
Oh,
little video recently. It was a young man, young brother, talking to his father, and they didn't show neither one of them their faces, quote unquote. But he's there, and it's like a confessional. He's talking to his father, like,
oh wow.
"No, I don't think you ever loved me." And it's amazing to see the perspectives because the father's like, I was there, I took care of you. He was like, not when I needed you. So it's kind of like the father's on the defensive, but not totally. He's still open. He still wants to hear it. But the son is saying things to him. You can tell that he never got a chance to say it to him. And this is a space where they're in front of each other. He's not at his grave. He's not visiting them in the penitentiary or, he on life support. They're right in front of each other, chair to chair. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he's expressing himself. And you could tell that the father went from defensive to like, I missed it. I missed it. I thought because I did these things that took care of everything. So this is the nature aspect, and he's talking about the nurture aspect. He's
Yeah.
like, I bought you stuff and blah blah blah. He's talking about his nurture. Like I wanted that nurture from you, like
Yeah.
you or me, versus this nature. Okay, basic necessities type situation. So it was just interesting to see that. So when you said about the advocacy in regards to the parent space, it just
Yeah.
put that to my
Yeah.
memory.
And as far as that, a lot of and especially because the fathers are mainly the providers, I feel like so many times the huge providers miss that portion of it, the
Mhm.
actual emotional and psychological dynamic that they have to have with their child in order to
Right.
create that other side of that bond and that closeness where the child doesn't feel left out or the child doesn't feel overlooked. And so, you can provide all you want to, but honestly, those memories that they of times that they spend with you and that you're there for them when they need you, those are the things that stick with them, not the sneakers, not not the yeah. So it's not the material things, it's the fact that you were there for them in spirit, like mind, body, spirit, like emotionally. You know what I mean?
Right.
Hmm.
Ooh, that's deep. That's deep, deep. Okay.
And then
Because those.
even to add on to that, as far as like the way men grow up, it's like they want this certain dynamic from their father, right? And then as far as like the father son communication or the father daughter communication, when that's not there, and then this child grows up and we expect them to be productive citizens and stand up for themselves and be able to be assertive and speak up for things, but also to add on to that, we expect them to have successful relationships when they haven't even been taught proper communication as a child.
Right. Right. Ooh. Ooh. All right. I want to get into you as the coach, the therapist, and then the world of the virtual space. Okay, like what's the real tea? If I could ask, what's one or two misconceptions that people have on the initial, you know, interaction with you, whether it's virtually or they try to get a session, whatever. What's one or two misconceptions that they have? How we got you twisted out here?
So I feel like as far as the women go, I feel like the women think that I'm against them. It's not that. I just want us to do better, sis. I walked it, I lived it. I want to see your relationship thrive. I want to see you thrive, not just survive. And so that's one of the things. And then also, I would say that they really think that just because I do what I do, that I'm supposed to be married or I'm not supposed to be single. But this is the thing that a lot of them don't understand. I was married for almost 25 years, so I'm a heavyweight in this thing. I got the star stripe scars, the heavyweight belt. I'm a heavyweight in this. But I know now what my faults were. I know now that I didn't have to point the finger and play the blame game. I know now that I wasn't a victim. It was two traumatic individuals that got together and traumatic things happened. So I would say those are the two things.
So now you got into the work. Like what's the pathway into the work? How did you get to where you are today as far as advocacy from the from the first time to now?
Yeah, so what I would do previously was I would advocate for men as far as physical intimacy, because I feel like there's so much out there on how men should please their women, but there was very little out there on how women should please their men. So I started there first about 5 years ago. As far as the overall man, I started that about 3 years ago. So the overall man, I've been doing that for 3 years. And so that's when, it was during COVID. And so we were in the house and I started making videos on TikTok, and then it just, and all of my following of what we got over altogether is over 500,000 now. All of it's organic. All of it's organic. All of it is from me just getting the download from God, recording it in my phone, posting it. That's it.
So were you surprised, and what comes along with that? You said over 500,000. Like what's the real for those who they might be like, hey, I want this kind of attention, I want this, blah da 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 da. Tell us the truth.
And this is the thing, it's not even about the numbers, because people check my numbers more than I do. Like if I have to do something for business and they say, oh, what are your numbers? Then I have to go into it. But I don't check analytics. I don't check numbers unless I have to. So as far as that's concerned, it's not about the numbers. It's about the fact that God literally chose me for this. That's the reason how I can do it so effortlessly. And when God chooses you for something and you're walking out your purpose, there is nothing that can stand in your way except for you. All you have to do is say, yes, the word says, open your mouth and I will speak through you. Okay. And so all I have to do is show up. Like people think like, oh, I'm thinking about these videos. No, literally, I get a thought, I record it, boom, I post it. That's how it works. There's no real effort that I have to put into it because I was born to do this. So about all the, social media stuff, it's like they have to understand, like I was already a certified counselor before this. I was already mentoring individuals and mentoring couples before this. And so they say, oh, you're just in it for the money. They really don't even realize that I don't get monetized. I don't get paid to be on social media. I am doing this out of the kindness of my heart. Now, I do charge for counseling sessions or for therapy sessions or for, mentorships. Absolutely, because that is my line of work. But I don't get paid for social media. I think I have 40, 50 subscribers on IG. And so I get like $100 a month from IG. But I don't, people think I get, let me let y'all know. I do not get paid to post online and be online. So everything y'all getting that for free. So when I say like support me, I'm serious. Like support me in what I do, because I'm literally doing it to help people and change people's lives, and lives are being changed, and relationships are being saved. And some people call me, and I do calls for free sometimes. If God tells me to do the call for free, I do it for free. If God tells me to give a discount, I give a discount. Sometimes, there was one day the guy didn't have no money, but he was suicidal. There was one day where a couple of ladies called. They didn't have no money, but they were suicidal. I stayed on the phone. The one guy stayed on the phone for 8 hours straight. So, I do this because I do care. But at the end of the day, I do have a business I run as well. It just so happens that it coincides with what I do on social media. Let's let that one be known.
See, that's the essence of what I wanted to hear right there, because they don't know that. They just see this part,
They think it's all glorious. No, it's behind the scenes. Like you don't know how much time I'm spending, hours. I'm making, I'm doing the back end stuff. I'm answering calls. I'm answering emails. I'm answering DMs. I'm on the phone with clients. I'm on the phone, reaching out to different people to get on shows and to get marketing, and like I do everything myself. I'm a one-man show. I don't get no help. I am the show. I'm the personality. I'm the face. I do everything. I'm the editor. So But this is the thing: when it's your purpose and you know you're supposed to do it, then it still comes effortlessly. Yes, I'll be tired. I'll be tired as heck sometimes. I have 5 shows today. You are the first show.
Woo.
5.
I got 5 shows today. You were the first show. Okay, so we got the. You said that, and I said that. Like, wait a minute. We both got 5 shows today. Yeah, yeah.
Do you really? Oh my gosh!
Yes.
I love it! I love it! I love it!
Yeah, literally. So definitely.
I love it.
So now you got this together. Tell us about Say What She Wants. As an entity, as a brand, as a company, as all of those things, like, you know, what was that process like building that up and, you know, seeing your dream actually?
Yeah. And so you know, I'm an author, I'm a counselor, I'm a mentor, I'm a mother. A lot of people don't know I'm a mother of 5. Okay, I have 5 children. They're all amazing children. Um, but you know, I'm one that loves to encourage people. I'm one that likes to help people. I'm one that likes to see people thrive and not just survive. I'm one that likes to uplift and encourage other people and see people win. I'm always going to post other people's stuff. I'm always going to reach out to people and make sure they're good. That's just me. As far as what you see online is what you get. Like in real life or whether you see me online, that's just what you get there. I'm multifaceted. So I'm not just to get the fuck out of here. I'm also like, hey, how can I help you? You know what I mean? So I'm multifaceted. I'm not just one-sided. So that's where, you know, a lot of people want to put me in this box as a get the fuck out of here queen. And that's me. But at the end of the day, I'm still Char. I'm still the people navigator. I can walk into any room. I can talk to the lowest of the low and the highest of the high. And I'm going to be able to relate to them and be able to navigate them per se. So I'm the people navigator.
I love it. I love it. Now, what about your platform? And I wanted to ask you about 2 places you was at specifically. You was over there with my brother, West Coast Cam, peace to the God, and you was over there with the advocate of the sound effects. Okay, ugly monkey over there. You understand?
You're talking about Ugly Money Nietzsche. Yes. That was in December. That was back in December. And that's you know, that clip went viral, it's still going viral. It's crazy. But yes, I was with my bro West Coast Cam over there. We was with Ugly Money Nietzsche and Biz Just Chill. We did the Trigger Alert show. And I will be doing that show again. We're going to do a one-on-one type of deal. So yeah, I will be on there again. Absolutely. And they're in Atlanta.
I love that. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
It was a crown jewel shining moment. You see what I'm saying? That this advocacy. So I know we got a few minutes left, and I want to spend the time with you designing your vision. You know, your open scribe to the universe out loud.
Yes.
Where do you see your platform going, growing, expanding? You know, what's your vision that you can share, you know, with us? And what's your advice to some of the people who are getting into therapy, getting into counseling, and also getting into the virtual space, you know, because you have platforms as well?
Yes, absolutely. And so what I have going on right now is I am working heavily and I'm working hard to get my TV show off the ground. I want to be able to do live counseling with individuals and couples. That's one thing. Another one is I just wrote, produced, and directed my first set of Char Curry shorts, and that is recordings. As far as we're taking my content that I wrote, and we have actors, and they're acting out, you know, some of the stuff that I've wrote or the scenarios that I've talked about on my platform. And so we're the first one is already done. The second one, we should be able to post that today. And if everybody knows who Iyanla Van Zant is, it's her son and I who are working on these currently.
You and who?
Me and Damon Van Zant. That's Iyanla's son.
Okay. I just wanted you to pop your collar one more time. You understand what I'm saying? I just need to hear that.
This is the thing. I like to give a shout out when I like to give credit whenever credit is due. And so shout out to Beware, absolutely, for helping me make that come to life for sure. Shout out to Delisha. Shout out to Quay for being the actor and the actress in there. And so yes, it's very, you know, as far as that, it's like, you have to understand that we're all people. So when people say, "Oh, I'm a big fan," I was like, "No, I don't do fans. I'm not. You know, we're a family or a community. Like I'm right here with you. We're side by side. I'm not above you. I'm not below you. I don't do the fan thing. You know, that's just not me. I'm not a celebrity. I'm a real person, just like you, just like everybody else."
You can't help people in their mind sometimes. That's their association, okay? You see what I'm saying? You get the glory to God, you see what I'm saying? And the love to the people. The glory to God and the love to the people. You see what I'm saying? So you make yourself available, you put yourself out there, and you know the people flock to you. It's magnetic. You see what I'm saying? You got a radiant energy and spirit, and you couldn't hide it with 27 jackets, okay? They're gonna see the light, they're gonna be attracted to it. That's a beautiful thing. So I thank you for your time. Final thoughts, acknowledgments, shout outs, where people can find you, where they can book you. Okay. Look, she can get booked. Okay. She's bookable. Okay.
Yes.
I booked her. She
Yes,
is very, very bookable. Okay. Very, very bookable.
Thank you. So you guys can follow me at Says What She Wants all across the board on all social media platforms. If you need to book a session with me, then you can click the link in my bio. If you need to get in touch with me and you don't want to get in touch with me by clicking the link, then you can DM me, you can text me, you can call me, you can email me. But the best way is to call me or text me, because them DMs, I mean, I can't make no promises when it's a DM. Email me, text me, call me. Thank you. There goes my link tree. Make sure you go to Amazon. All of my books are there. Make sure you support me in that. If you'd like to donate, I am Says What She Wants on Cash App and Venmo. Says What She Wants at gmail.com for PayPal and Zelle. But yes, thank you, Knowledge, for having me. I appreciate you so much. It's been an honor.
Definitely. Like I said, I need to get the books. I need the books with the autograph. So
Send me your
I know
address.
you got.
I'll send them to you.
I know you got some books later. I need yes.
So,
I need that. Okay. I need that.
And the effects they have on our day-to-day lives. That's the one about childhood trauma, parental heartache, unforgiveness. That one will help you with that. This one is Here You Go, Sis, the Blueprint to a Soul. That's my beautiful daughter on the front, the most gorgeous thing on the planet. And this one talks about how to treat a man. And there's a bonus chapter in the back for the bedroom. And I have a women's journal, Unmasked, Accepting the Woman Within. And my men's journal just came out, and it is called Unmasked, Accepting the Man Within.
Yes.
Thank you.
Get the book bundle. Get all of the books. Okay? Yes. Get all of the books. I ain't got all of the crazy sound effects. If you don't get all the books, right, you can go back to the apartment.
That was hilarious, though. It was.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
It's been an honor. Thank you. We have to do it again. Definitely. Now you got to come on my show.
Hey, I'm pulling that. Let me know. I'm there.
No, I appreciate you.
All right.
Have a good one.
Blessing.
Bye, y'all.
Hit the phone.
Get the fuck out of here.
Everything's a vibe. Like, this is science. Everything's got its own frequency. We know that energy is neither created or destroyed, it's merely transferred or transformed. When we speak in energy. I don't even think people pay attention half the time in conversation when I say, I feel you.
You said I read your mind the other day, but baby, we are just connected deeply in another way. That telepathy connection, energy that's manifested through that melanin, electric currents traveling kinetic. What you thinking?
Call my mama.
But my mama calling me. Coincidence, no higher common sense. I call it ESP. We are magic while this world's unraveling. 5G cannot limit our abilities from traveling. See, I'm on another level, dirty digging. Homie, get the shovel. I'm a rebel in this motherfucker, dancing with these demons. Got them screaming. This world is planting fear inside us. Clearly, I'm just over all the brainwashing. Time to wash your brain of all the pain, of all the stress, all the lies you told yourself. Open your eyes and realize you're a diamond in the rock. Don't let them tell you what you're not. It's time to show the world all this magic that we got with telepathy.
Hear me clearly. For me, language is liberation. The words that we have, they define and describe the very things that free our mind, but only when we choose with intention. and pay attention to the frequency of the words that we use to construct our realities. Who do you say that you are? I am. I am. Those two words alone are the very beginning to a powerful sequence of awakening yourself to who and all that you are, have been, and will be. We talk in frequency.
Clouded visions, poison minds, can't see clear enough. The world full of interference, so God ain't hearing us. My spouse miles away, can't even take a walk in public. Coronavirus got us locked away like lab subjects. Close your eyes and you can feel the pain, we all connected. Empath, so I sense when every soul's ejected. A mystic, magical, way beyond simplistic. 5G blocking my chi, keeping our signals twisted. Communicate with my mind, mental telepathy. Into a nature, so we speak on different frequencies. My third, I watch, the other two never truly see. The world is an illusion shrouded in secrecy. A king by birthright, a god at first sight. Divine shine bright, blind the wicked at first light. Open your heart chakra and let these words shock you. We tell them havoc, use your magic like a witch doctor.
Or ancient Egyptian words of power that speaks to the soul. I command your soul to listen. Nukta chaz un mesura aritun ak em ta tema'u. Nukta chaz un mesura aritun ak em ta tema'u. Nukta chaz un mesura aritun ak em ta tema'u. The chaz un mesura aritun ak im ta tema'u.